Today is the 27th day and I'm vaccinating my broilers the second dose of the Lasota vaccine. So in this video I want to just take you behind the scene and walk you through how we do that over here. It's just it's 7 minutes after 6 in the morning, and this is the 3rd of December 2023. Here are the birds. They are 27 days old today. This is just the 27th early morning. And so entering the pen house. Okay, in order to make this vaccination very effective, because it's going to be orally and I'm going to be mixing it in their water, so in order to make it effective I need all of them to, virtually all of them, say 98% of them, to take part in the vaccination willingly. So in order to do that, first thing I have to do is to withdraw their water. This is after 6, so if you withdraw their water now, highest in the next 2 hours I introduce the vaccine inside the next drinking water that I'll be giving to them, so that in 2 hours time certainly all of them will be thirsty, so that they will willingly rush through the vaccine, and before 30 minutes the vaccine is all over. So I'm going to be turning on the water outlet so that I drain off the entire water in the booters. What I'm currently throwing away is the multivitamin from the 26th day. Over here we'll normally give multivitamin a day before vaccination and also a day after vaccination. Reason being that you may not notice the stress, but vaccination is stressful to the chicken. It happens internally anyway. So the multivitamin is just there to boost the immune system and counter the stress that will come with the vaccination. So it is water. Another good reason, since I'm using nipple pipes, another good reason to make sure that there is enough water for you to kind of discharge them like this is the pressure this water is coming out with is pulling a lot of things from the pipe. Let's assume that there are some substances that have clogged together due to the medications they've taken in the past. This water that is flowing with this force is a nice time for most of those things to be packed out. And also my water contains, I normally mix isoclor in their drinking water because my water source is not really that excellent. So the isoclor is just a water treatment chemical, and it contains more of chlorine and other components, but more of chlorine. So during vaccination you make sure not to allow the birds to take anything that contains chlorine. So for that reason, immediately I've finished getting rid of the water in the booter, the next thing I will do is to rinse the pipe. Maybe say with fresh plain water, maybe say once or twice, to just help me rinse inside the pipe. Then for the booter, I will take it out to wash them. The 2 booters, take them out to wash them, and then let the birds be on their own for the next, say, 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. The water is still coming out from the Yeah, this the isochlor. Yeah. It normally comes as a tablet, but we dissolve ours inside water and then measure it with this before we put inside their water. So because of chlorine being in the water can cause vaccine failure, some farms employ the use of skimmed milk in the water they mix they dissolve their vaccine inside. But over here we are not making use of the skimmed milk. So what I'm going to just be doing is just after disposing this water in the black butter, I'll use plain water to rinse it twice to get rid of possible drug residues and also chlorine in the pipe. Then wash the butters. This is the morning temperature here. Just 25.2 degrees, and the birds are okay with it because we are done brooding. This 27th day, and as you can see, most of them are feathered, though not completely. Feather like this on the 27th day is okay because it's a growing bird, and feather takes up so much energy. If you notice broilers on the 27th day that are completely feathered, you know that they don't have weight. They are weightless. But these ones, since the feathers are kind of scanty, they have serious weight, because even on the 42nd day they shouldn't have been completely feathered because the feather takes up so much energy from them and it makes birds kind of lose weight if they feather on time. So for now I'm going to be leaving the birds for like 2 hours. Within that 2 hours I will rinse the butters, I will rinse the pipe and then wash the butters. Now that I'm done getting rid of the water containing multivitamin, the next thing I'll do is just to allow fresh water, plain water in, so that I can use this to flush the pipe. And since I don't want the water to be in the pipe for the birds to have access to, what I'll just do is to lock this over here, so that the water entering this black butter will be loaded here. And then when I open this, the outlet is still open, the water would move with force, thereby flushing the pipe. Because I've already started counting their 2 hours and it took almost 30 minutes. It took almost 30 minutes for the entire water to be out. And the 2 hours is already counting. So probably when I fill it up to this place, I'll then open this. The general outlet is open already, so that the water will just flush out. I do it the second time and then take the butters out. The farm attendants will come take the butters out to wash. I prefer doing these vaccinations myself. So a night before vaccination, I come over to the farm, spend the night with the farm attendants and do it with them, because I don't want any mistake from them. Doing the mistake will cost me twice, because if I notice any mistake, I'll tell them to dispose the entire vaccine and then we'll go get another one. And the time for going to get another one, that will be like extra stress to the birds, which might end up making me vaccinate the birds the next day, cancelling the vaccination for that day and then vaccinating the birds the next day. So in order to avoid all these errors, I prefer to come over to the farm and do the vaccinations myself, both in broilers that we give them the vaccine orally, and then in advanced layers, in advanced pullets, when we give them by injections. I come to the farm myself to do this. Okay, in order to make the water flow faster, I had to, this was attached behind it, so that the floater system can control it. But in order to make it faster, I had to detach it and then put it directly, so that the water will be flowing faster. The entire pen house is for this birds, but we demarcated it somewhere here, which we push back as the birds advance in age. We gradually push them back till they take up the whole space of the pen house. Because during the brooding, they started somewhere here. And then we barricaded this way and this way. But as they advance in age, we raise this up and then allow them access to this place while still barricading them with this. As they kept advancing in age, this went up. Then we introduced this net barricade that we've been shifting back gradually. But before the end of next week, probably this will be off and they would expand and enjoy the entire pen house. Yeah, I've gotten the water to the level I want. As you can see, it has color. This is just residues of the multivitamin in here. So I've gotten it to the level I want. All I just do is open this up and drain the water out, so it will flow from the pipe with force, thereby rinsing the pipe. If you look closely, you notice that some of them are already getting thirsty. They are looking for water to drink. And there is none in the pipe. And they still have about 1 more hour to go. So definitely by then, virtually all of them will be thirsty. And then we'll have an effective vaccination. See them here. Okay, I'll be offering it for the second time. If you drop and finish, you can't carry the butter. You wash them also. The former tenants are now awake. So what I'm doing now is just loading the pen house with the feed that the birds are going to be eating for today. It's think I'm done. So I'll be turning off the water inlet, giving it some time so that the entire water here would. But while doing that also, I'm opening it up so to discharge all the water. I'm done with the rinsing, just for this to be over. Siba, when you carry am come outside to wash, call me away. You understand? And they do small video, so I will just video you on the water. Okay, don't know. Load them to somewhere. You know, like 20 liters more. I beg, enter this thing. Cold room, go bring the vaccine. You did the smaller one. Now, when saying that they are tasty, is I soaked my leg in the disinfectant outside. They are coming for the leg because I'm looking for water. They've seen that it's wet. It's 2 hours later, I think so. Yeah, this is 8 sharp. It's like almost 2 hours, not up to 2 hours later. But I think it's time to just settle them. Let them get vaccinated and that's it. So here's what we are doing here now. We are tapping plain water from the overhead tank into the black butter and then also allowing it to enter the white butter. Over here, due to we've not yet mixed the vaccine inside here, we turn this outlet off so that all the water that enters here, none will escape past this place. So that at the end, when we've gotten the quantity of water that we need, and then we mix the vaccine inside here before we open here up, and then the water will enter the pipeline. And also, few precautions to take is when we open the pipeline to get rid of the previous water in it, the precaution here is to make sure that we lock it back so that when we release the vaccine, it won't end up pouring away and then we wasting it. Give me the vaccine. Wait, remove the waterproof. Tira. Just tira. No. Vaccines thrive well in a cold chain. The moment you remove it from the cold chain, you've succeeded in spoiling the vaccine. And when you give it to the birds, it's a vaccine failure. It might even lead to the disease that you're trying to. So what I have here is Lasota vaccine. Concentrate. What I have here is Lasota vaccine, 1,000 doses. There are various doses of Lasota vaccine. They have 100, they have 200, they have 500. There are various doses. So my best here is 653. 653. Okay, that's 653 from the record. And I'm giving them 1,000 doses because it's kind of cheaper to get 1,000 doses than getting 500 doses and 100 doses. They're still following me around because they notice that my leg is kind of wet. That's a sign that they are thirsty. Apart from vaccination, any day your birds are off water for any reason, maybe the water finished and you had no idea, and then maybe a few hours later or a few moments later you enter the pen house and due to your leg is wet, the birds are rushing to peck you on the leg. It's a clear indication that those birds are very, very thirsty. If you are using a nipple drinker, it's also a time for you to evaluate where there is problem in water blockage. So at that point in time, you start checking your nipple line, whether there is blockage along the line. And then if you are using this, the other kind of manual drinker, it's a clear indication that the birds have been off water for some time. So you just need to do the proper adjustments and get them back to drinking, because water is the bloodline of every bird, especially broilers. Pull on now. You come from here. Here's the name. Cut and finish. So it comes with a, like call this, a metallic cap on top and then a rubber cap that is properly sealed. If you can mix it inside water. So in order to mix it, you need to dip your hand inside the water before you remove the rubber seal. And when you remove it, you just let it there so that water will flow in and then bring out the contents and then properly dissolve inside the water. You don't do what? Come on. The water never reach. Abanigo. I bet find that small. You don't want to get problem for leg. Find and hold on for hand. So we'll go assist them. You suppose there's somewhere there. Find out for that side. Gracias. Hold on. I think you don't do. Not reach 15 liters. Put some inside, turn them again. Just shake them. Confirm if I don't lock those things. Okay, release them. Now it's just a matter of seconds. The vest will notice that there is now water in the pipe. And then our own duty here now is to assist everyone to know. So this is the first person to know. We assist the ones that are concentrating more on feeding and resting. We've discovered it here too. So our duty now for people in the pen is just to walk around to make sure that people like this, birds like this, are aware that the vaccine is now available. So it's kind of a rowdy session, but it takes nothing less than, it's not even up to 30 minutes, and they will finish exhaust the water. Abanigo, enter middle, from middle like this, pursue them, so they go that last pipe. Enter middle like this, pursue them, go the other side. The water is going down. See those ones way down there, I think. I feel like most of them are not tasty enough for some to still concentrate on feeding, while others are just lazing about resting. At times, using nipple drinker to vaccinate birds help to mark the ones that have been vaccinated, because see, for the fact that they are raising their heads to rush the water, the vaccine, some of it do drop on their head. If you look close at this person, you notice that there is wetness on the head, showing that it has drank water, and in the process of drinking the water, some of the water touched the head. So it also helps you identify nipple drinkers somehow, although it's not part of the function, but it helps you identify the birds that have been vaccinated. And then for the smaller weak birds, the weak ones, we assist them to participate in the vaccination. Look at them, most of them, let's look at the head. You feel that wetness. They've rushed the vaccine. What we are now doing is, we believe that virtually everyone, all of them have tested the vaccine. You know, it's 1,000 doses for 653 birds, so it's more concentrated. Just a drop is okay for each of them, but they've taken enough. What we are doing now is waiting for this thing to finish, so that we'll just give them plain water and let them be for the day. The only bit we'll be doing for today is just to come in and add feed, nothing again. And nothing to stress them again. Just let them be, because this vaccination process is stressful enough. Imagine leaving the birds to stay up to 2 hours without water. That's a lot of stress. No, if you leave them now, just leave them, they go drink and finish. Now they have exhausted the vaccine. So what we do now is just to give them fresh water, plain water, all through the day. And this is how we vaccinate our birds orally through the water. It can be Gomburo, it can be Lasota. But once you have to do with vaccination in the water, this is exactly how we do that in our farm. Hope the video was helpful. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments, and then if you are new to this channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you won't miss any of our future videos.